Governor, welcome. As I see it, one of the most critical jobs at DOE is the administrator of the National Nuclear Safety Administration. And I have been deeply concerned about press reports which indicate that this key leadership post, literally the steward of our stockpile, might be vacant during the presidential transition. Has the question of interim leadership at NNSA been resolved?
Senator, thank you. I, like you, have concern about an orderly transition. The nuclear stockpile in our country is a bit different than almost anything else that's out there. So having men and women in place and a structure in place to give confidence and assurity, predictability to the people of this country and to the men and women of this committee is very important. That position obviously is one that has presidential nomination oversight. I have sat down with the General Klotz, and had a good conversation with him, and have sent the message that it would certainly be my desire to have that continuity. It is in the President-elect's office now, and hopefully we will see that type of continuity in those very important places.
I want to thank you for your efforts on that. I think it would serve the new administration well. We have about 25 hours and 20 minutes to figure this thing out. And NNSA, other than, unlike other agencies, because of the way the law was written by my predecessor, Senator Pete Domenici, you have to appoint those positions from people who have served 90 of the last 365 days. Yeah. So the pool is limited, and I think, you know, we all want to see DOE succeed. We all want to see NNSA succeed.
Yes, sir.
So thank you for your efforts on that. 2016, warmest year our planet has experienced in human history. It's the third year in a row to break that dubious record. And you stated in your testimony that you believe, quote, believe the climate is changing, end quote. This shouldn't be about belief. In my view, it should be about data. It should be about evidence. It should be about peer-reviewed scientific results. And stepping back from just climate, I just want to ask you broadly, will you commit to using science as your guide when making policy at DOE?
Senator, my record as the governor of your neighboring state clearly shows that that's the case. And I'll give you a couple of examples. Rely upon data when people's lives are in jeopardy. Was one of the things that I became very well known for. And I want to speak about hurricanes and the effect that they can have upon. At 5 o'clock one morning, I received a phone call that a particular storm's track was going to go directly up the Houston Ship Channel as a Category 5 storm.
I remember.
And the devastation was massive. We're talking about over 1 million people dead, not 1 million people impacted, 1 million people dead. Those are sobering moments in an individual's life. At that particular point in time, we started a massive evacuation of Harris County in the Houston area. That data happened to be, and fortunately, wrong for that particular storm. But the point is, I made decisions based on the most sound science that I could find.
I want to thank you, and I know that the chair is going to cut me off if I don't use my time wisely here, but I want to say on behalf of the nearly 25,000 New Mexicans who work at Sandia and Los Alamos, who work at WIP, at NNSA and DOE, I want to thank you for your statement as well of regret for calling for the elimination of DOE. And I'm going to make it here for the second round, and we'll get to some
Yes,
of
sir.
those other issues
Yes,
that
sir. Thank
I'm
you,
looking
Senator.
forward to hearing from you from.